From the start, I always knew the crew at Konami were a cast of jokers. They even poked fun at their own infamous Konami Code in the SNES version of Gradius 3. Inputting the code would give you a measly destruction, rather than the 30 lives you would probably expect. However, perhaps Konami's greatest stab at its own legacy, besides the Paradious games, is Kid Dracula. This cutesy vampire platformer first sunk its teeth into the Famicom in 1990 under the literal translation of Demon Castle Special, I'm Kid Dracula. Unfortunately, it never reached our neck of the woods here in the United States. What we did get, however, was the game's Game Boy sequel, Kid Dracula, in 1993. The game starts off with a dialogue sequence from Alucard, Dracula's son, if anyone here doesn't follow Gothic lore, and Death himself. It appears that Galamoth from the Castlevania franchise has terrorized the world once again, and that it's Alucard's job to stop the scaly beast. Unfortunately, it appears that Alucard has not been up to studying his mystical spells. He has only remembered the bat transformation, but you will remember more as you go along your quest. You will even find yourself walking upside down on ceilings aboard the ghost ship in level 4. The game starts you out at the basement of Alucard's palace. From here, you can tell that Konami has put a lot of effort into the graphics. Alucard, as well as Galamoth's adversaries, are rather detailed, and even the zombies look like they could use a cuddle. I would like to have seen a little more detail into the backdrops, however, but we are still treated to a few challengers and framed pictures. Gears populate one of the earlier screens, reminiscent of the exact same scene from the game's Famicom counterpart. All the while, a wonderful remix of the theme from Castlevania 3 can be heard. After conquering the first boss, the player is treated to yet another intermission, and from here, Alucard can spend his coins on the witch's lottery or bonus games. Unfortunately, you'll find these games rather easy, and in no time at all you will be racking up extra men if you find the time to master games A through D. After conquering the boss of the ghost ship, Alucard obtains his father's prized bat umbrella and hatches a ride up a space tube via floating platforms. The game begins to get more thrilling in terms of level design, and the difficulty ramps up considerably. After dueling with a mechanical decoy of Galamoth, Alucard will find himself facing the game's final set of boards. He'll face the likes of a burning lion and blasting walls with his bomb technique, and it all concludes with a fiery showdown with the massive Galamoth. Overall, I would recommend this game for anybody who has a knack for Konami's famed franchises, Castlevania fans looking for an adorable diversion, or fans of platform games and shooters in the terms of Mega Man. However, I would go looking for a USA copy of the game only if I had plenty of money to spend. You may find yourself spending 50 big ones on just a loose cartridge. Grab the Japanese carts if you're really looking for them, as all Game Boy games are region free, meaning you won't have to modify your system to play the Japanese cartridges. With adorable character design, challenging Mega Man S action, and neat spells, there is little this little obscure gem doesn't nail. However, I would have liked the game to have lasted a little longer than 8 or so stages. Overall, I give Kid Dracula 4.5 out of 5 stars.